Welcome back to NYSE TV Live, everyone. I'm Kristen Scholler here in studio. Well, high-performing investment funds aren't only for the many banking giants listed at the stock exchange. College students are getting in on the action, too. My colleague Trinity Chavez has more on this story. Hi, Trinity.
Hey, Kristen. That's right. We are diving into the remarkable story of real-world finance education at the University of Dayton. The Flyer Investments Fund, now the largest student-run investment fund in the country, has just marked its 25th anniversary, managing over $80 million in assets. Joining us now to discuss this more is Nate Jabaay, Senior Manager of the Davis Center, and Gina, Mineo Marketing Coordinator. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. So let's start by talking about how has the Flyer Investments Fund evolved over the past 25 years to reach $80 million in assets. Nate, we'll start with you.
Yeah, sure. So, we started in 1999 with $1 million grant from the endowment to kind of get this up and going. And, since then, we've graduated over 700 alumni who are working in very prestigious jobs on Wall Street and help us place in some of these competitive internships and full-time jobs. But in terms of how we've evolved, I think, our investment philosophy has stayed the same. We're a long-only GARP fund. Turnover is roughly, 25 to 30% a year. So looking at a 3 to 5 year investment horizon, compounders of capital. But what's really kind of changed, I think, is our new member education program. We've really ramped that up for, freshmen who are coming in who, logically have no idea what the stock market is. We do a great job in teaching them and preparing them for what we do.
I would just say we're pretty proud of where we are after 25 years. Like I said, we started with $1 million, but since then, our student analysts, which are completely undergraduates, have been able to generate over $65 million since 2010 alone. So it's just something we're all pretty proud of.
That's incredible. Now, Gina, I do want to ask you, what strategies have helped the Flyer Investment Fund consistently outperform the S&P 500?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do have an investment philosophy. So part of that is the names we'd like to add have to be compounders of capital, meaning we're looking for some sort of competitive advantage or economic moat that these companies should have, as well as they should be at a discount to the intrinsic value that we calculate through our fundamental research, as well as our discounted cash flow models as well.
Nate, what kind of real-world finance skills do students gain from managing a fund of this size?
Sure thing. I think, first of all, you're staying connected with the markets every day. So, we have people coming in here, getting familiar with Bloomberg terminals, Morningstar, FactSet. These are all things you can put on your resume and hopefully use like in an internship, in between your sophomore and junior year. Additionally, I would say that, our modeling skills have definitely, shown to be competitive in the internship space. Just getting familiar with Excel, while also just being able to kind of articulate yourself in a pitch environment, standing up at the podium, giving a pitch for 10 to 15 minutes, and then battling a pretty tough Q&A session, kind of showing your conviction and helps you go up there with a little more confidence.
Gina, do you have other examples on how this fund is serving as sort of a launch pad for future financial leaders?
I would echo everything that Nate has said, but I would also add it's very collaborative. We have such great camaraderie here in the center. Once you're accepted into the center, you're placed on an economic sector team. So, for example, I'm based on the healthcare sector, meaning along with 8 other students, we monitor not only our current healthcare holdings in our name, but we work together to bring forth new names to the semester or to the table each semester.
Nate, can you talk about some of the more future goals and developments that you both have on your radar and what you hope to accomplish moving forward?
Yeah, sure. As a senior manager of the fund, I'm kind of responsible for preserving the culture that has been enriched for the past 25 years. So I think one of the major goals I have is just to kind of continue that forward, even when I graduate. That includes being a service leader. So, for example, if I'm 2 to 3 years into my career and I get an email from a fellow analyst who is interested in what I'm doing, just being kind of approachable and using, letting them use me as a resource to kind of help them prepare for the industry. Additionally, we're looking to possibly expand into kind of a fixed income sleeve of our fund. So, physically expanding the Davis Center while also getting some students experience in, the U.S. Treasury or corporate bond market, I think would be a really unique thing to also.
Those are very, very ambitious goals. Gina, would you like to add to that? Some of the goals that you personally are spearheading for the rest of this year into 2025 or even years to come?
We're always working on strengthening our alumni connections. So we have over 750 alumni nationwide, and it's really nice to have these connections. It gives us a competitive advantage. A lot of our student analysts are able to secure their internships and jobs after graduation because of these alumni that are always willing to help out, lend a hand, go through questions with you, go through mock interviews. So, we're always like reaching out with people, staying connected, maintaining these relationships.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, both of you. We really appreciate you joining us on the show this morning. Again, that
Thank you
was
so much.
Nate Jabaay, Senior Manager of the Davis Center, and Gina Mineo, Marketing Coordinator. Thank you.